just full up enough, he can go ahead. Look at my water.
Okay, so the other day, Benny brought his 4020 over, and we worked on this a little bit last winter, and it turned into a cluster because we went and done it at the place at the shop where his son works. It's a half-hour drive for me, and I can only work on it when they're around. And COVID hit, parts never come in like they're supposed to, and it just got all drug out long. So we only did the one side, which what happened was he let somebody use this tractor, the brakes come apart on it, and plugged the hydraulic system. And yeah, so we're redoing the brakes, and what caused the brakes to go out is all the dirt and crap inside that wheel tells me an axle bearing went out, and when the axle bearing goes out, it lets it lean a little bit, and it wears the brake pads off on these. So we're going to tear this side, the axle housing off, and then we'll get in there and redo the brakes. And then, well, actually, parts took so long, by the time we had them, we had to rush it, this side back together in order to get it out of the way of the people that own the shop. And in rushing it back together, we forgot a seal, so I've actually got to pull that side back off, which it won't take much to put that seal in. It's just kind of annoying if that happened, but that's what happens when you rush. So we're going to, I don't know if I'll drop the axle housing off tonight, but I'm going to remove lines or anything that's going to be in the way for us doing that. Slide both forks over to the right side. Take these there and put them with that piece on Sweet, you got it, Brandon. Sweet. Right in here. just took one bearing. We can always replace them. Alright guys, we're gonna have to quit on this project today because I've got to get some torch gas to get this last race out here in the end of the axle housing. We got it moved a little bit with the slide hammer, but everything's off the axle and then everything's off the tractor. Here is supposed to be brake pads all the way across there. There's none left on that one. Or this one. The other side, and this plate's all chewed up, and then this piece underneath, the other side doesn't look too terrible. But then DJ pulled the O-rings out for the brake pistons here, and I just got the gasket peeled off, so really now all we need to do is get parts. This side went really fast. We've got maybe an hour and a half into it, and it'll hopefully the parts come in quick and we can get it thrown back together. This stuff I will take to Koenig's with me, and I will just drop it off and have them rivet the new pads on because I do not have a rivet gun big enough, and when we did the other side I couldn't find anybody with a rivet gun big enough, so I'll just drop that off and they can put it on, and then once we get everything back up and running we can throw it back together and pull the other side off and put this seal in, which is not a big deal at all. I don't think. I have to get another bearing because we might beat the race up a little bit trying to get it back out. That ain't a huge deal. And then he's got the battery boxes and the fenders. He's gonna put a roll bar and I think it's got a canopy. So he's got all that at his place, and probably get some batteries for it while I'm down there, and yeah, then we'll try to get it started once it's back together, because it's sat for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years since this happened, and he's been wanting to get it back going, and he finally decided to do it. So hopefully we'll drive it out of here in a week or so. Alright guys, it's the next day. We're back on this 4020. Spent the morning running around. I went to Deere to order parts for that 4020 and take the brake shoes down, have the pads riveted on, and they had most of the stuff I needed. I've got both seals here that I need for this side, my O-rings for the pistons, the brakes. I got 3 bearings, 2 of them for this side, and then put that seal in on the other side. I'm gonna take one off, and I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up, so I got an extra one for that. Got our gaskets. The only thing I'm missing, which I didn't order this, I forgot about it, there's this cap that goes on the very outside of the axle, sits down in here, and I guess the seal goes in that. And then this plate here, which I told him about that, and he just forgot to put it on the list, which isn't a huge deal because I gotta go down there to pick up the shoes and stuff that they're doing for me, so I can get that stuff when I go back down there. But we might go ahead and start getting some bearings put back on the axle, and we can put the seal on, and I'll pack the bearings, and we can get pretty far along on reassembly yet today with what I've got. So I've got the new bearing installed on there with the seal. Got the seal in there, new bearing race on the other side. I've got to wait on that retainer before I can go any further on anything there. After that, I get that retainer, we can push the axle housing back on. And I've got these little balls here. That's how you set your preload on your planetaries. Now the only thing I've got left to do is got these O-rings that we can put in, and they're for the hydraulic pistons that push the brake pads out. So we'll pop these into place, and then we're at basically a standstill till we get parts, which isn't a big deal. We got other stuff we could do. Need to maybe pull the meters out of the corn planter so we can get them to the dealer to get them checked. These O-rings can be difficult to get in at times. Might be something on that one because it don't seem right. Yeah, I have to get my pick and clean that one out because there's a bunch of crap in it, I think. And got a spacer in there that's separating. I think it's supposed to be almost like that, but it's wanting to move around on me. Well, there we go. All the O-rings are popped into place, and we are done for probably a couple days. They might have the stuff tomorrow, but I doubt it. I ought to get stuff at the combine ordered, so that way I can pick everything up at once and get the combine done, get that done, and then it's high time to pull the corn planter out and figure out how much we got to spend on it to get it ready yet this spring. So that'll be the end of this video. We'll have another one on finishing the 4020 because we got to put fenders and all that on it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the channel a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.